Guys, what's up? My name is Chris the Big Snowman, and today we are doing something weird and new. So my friend Proco from Rowdy Gaming recommended me to do a video about photoshopping something, and that something is basically on the banner on my YouTube channel. There is some font in which the Big Snowman is written, and it basically looks like the Hardline logo. So ready for when Battlefield Hardline drops, whenever that might be. And basically, to get an idea of what the font actually looks like, we're going to drag in the actual logo. So this is what we're going to be recreating. I'm going to try and do this as fast as I can, so apologies about this. I really don't want this to be a really long video, but I do want to show you guys how to do this as fast as I can. So if there's anything you don't understand, just go back in the video a little bit and then play it back and then watch where my mouse goes or something. So I'm going to create a new project, and on that project I am going to go with transparent. So just click on here, go to transparent. We're going to make it 1920 by 1080 resolution, and we're going to call it logo or Battlefield logo or something like that. So logo BF, we'll use that. Okay, we'll click OK, and it will launch a empty project like this. Next up, what we're going to do is type out our, you can use T to go to the text tool and type Battlefield. And then we're going to drag this down a little bit and upscale it quite a bit, like so. The closest font that I've found to this Battlefield, by the way, is actually Bebas. So as you can see, it pretty much looks exactly the same. Bebas is a free font. It shows the font just here. So Bebas. Type it up, go find it if you want to use the same font. And we're also going to go with that color. I know that it looks like a bit of a weird color, but you'll see why I used that color in a moment. Just to give you guys an idea of where you're looking on the scale, it's about just over halfway between black and white, so quite a mid-grey, just above mid maybe. And yeah, that's the font sorted and everything else for that bit. The next thing that we're going to want to do is let me just press enter. Before any of this, by the way, I always have show transform controls on. So whenever I'm using the normal selection tool or whatever, or you can press V to go to the shortcut for this, basically what it does is allows you to mess around with text size and things like that, and it's pretty awesome. It basically lets you rescale things on the fly, especially font. You don't want to be resizing things that are already rendered out, like pictures or textures. Textures you're fine to do as long as you don't go past the resolution that they're made at. So small resolution files, don't do that. I was looking on Google, you can find these anywhere. Basically this is kind of like a metal scratched logo. So I'm just going to stretch this out a little bit and then press enter to actually drop it in. And as you can see, let me just show you on the other one, it's like a brushed metal scratch look on this picture. So what we're going to do for that is we're going to, I believe I'm going to create a clipping mask which will overlay it onto the actual thingy mabobby, and that creates the brushed metal look basically. The next thing that we could do with this is we could click on this layer and okay. Let me try something by, if I merge the layers together, that will not work. Let me go back. Okay, maybe I should have done this before I did that. Can I not do that? Why is this? Well, we can adjust it using curves. So basically the look on the other one was slightly overblown whites. This is just for a little bit of definition. So we'll go for that. We're not, entirely copying it. And then I am going to merge these together so that it's just one layer, and that's the top bit done. For the next bit, I'm just going to press T again, and we'll click down here, and if you can't get to character, by the way, just go to window and then go down to character and then select it, and this will pop up. So that's what that is. We're also going to highlight my text in the center. So hardline. I'm going to type that in. I'm going to change this to black, and you will see why in a little bit. And I'm also going to make this, I'm going to free form adjust this, by the way, because I happen to know that, okay, so that's good. I'm also going to change the, space it out a little bit so that the, basically I'm using VA, I'm just clicking on that and dragging it forward so that the text is a little bit more spaced out. Now then, the first thing I'm going to do is, I didn't notice this until earlier, the R has actually got a chunk missing out of it. So what we can do is we can rasterize the type, and then this makes this basically directly editable. So if I grab a chunk out of here, like so, and then press delete, that's basically what it does. Pretty cool. Yep. Let me move it. Let me move my people, god damn it. Let me deselect this then. So that's basically what that does, and that wasn't the finest selection, but you know, I'm just showing you how to do it. You could literally like zoom in all the way in and get your pixels dead on and then chop it, but yeah. So the next bit of this will be the line. The way to do this is to basically go back from the E, and I'm not sure if that's right. Oh, pretty much right. Just gonna go down one level and delete that as well, and then we will deselect it, and that creates the line. So using the selection tool or whatever it is, we'll hover over it, delete. Awesome, cool stuffs. Next up is the rectangle tool, and we're going to be using this to create the bullets. So I'm going to go for like a smallish kind of bullet, probably be about that size. And I basically have the fill selected as black, I should do, and the stroke as nothing. And that's how you create your rectangle. Next up is the ellipse tool, and I'm just going to make something that kind of looks... If you make it small, it's fine, because you can basically place it in, and then if we've got the show transforms option selected, you can just widen it like that, and that's created your bullet. So that's how you do the hardline bit at the bottom. The next bit, after we have, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all of these and then merge the layers so that we're just dealing with one layer. And I'm next going to use the rectangle tool again, and I'm going to go over this and create a rectangle. And for the fill, we're going to use sort of like a yellowish colour, and for the stroke, nothing again. And if you find that it's blocked out the text, just drag it down, drag the layer down underneath it so that it's underneath the layer, and then you should be fine. There's one that I found for this, which is this, and you can use that to actually overlay it and press enter. You want the texture to be on top. So put it on top, and then right click, create clipping mask, and we're just going to merge those two layers together. Nope. I'm going to get rid of the create thing, sorry. I'm going to merge, basically what I'm doing is I'm getting the text and the rectangle, and I'm going to merge the layers together, which means that as soon as this is turned into a clipping mask, which we're going to right click, create clipping mask, it will do it for everything, which is good. And if we set it to overlay, like that, you can see what effect it's had on it. Maybe a little bit bright, that. And that's basically it. Let me just set it back to overlay. And if we click on all of these and then merge the layers, that makes it into one usable logo, which you can put over anything. And what I meant earlier, why can't I zoom out? There we go. What I meant earlier by creating something like this is that you can put it on anything. So, I mean, if I wanted to take this out and compare it with that, you can see it's not really that far off, you know, it's basically the same thing. The colors are different. We could have created a gradient on the metal layer before we even brought it into Photoshop around here, which would have probably created the same effect. However, this was just literally a quick, cool tutorial so that you can go and do this sort of shiz yourself. But you get the idea, guys. I hope I haven't bored you too much, and if you liked this sort of thing, then please, you know, let me know what you think. If you do use this for something of your own, just share your ideas with me, man. Post your link to the image or something like that, or email me with it, and let me know what you guys have done with it. I've been Chris the Big Snowman, and again, sorry about rambling and stuff and stumbling through Photoshop, but I'm not used to doing tutorials on Photoshop. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Bye.